zoom for me. Whoops. Okay, there we are. Alright, hi everybody. I am gonna go on a very much needed drive by myself. It's been a long week. So I am gonna go a little bit different way than to the lake. I'm just gonna take a detour, and just warning, it's a dirt road, so the camera's probably gonna be bouncing all over the place. Not much I can do about that. Windows down a little bit. What you see in front of you is birds. Yesterday was nice and there was no wind, and so it's now burning season in Kansas when there's no wind for the next few weeks. We had ashes yesterday. The sky was cloudy, and it's been a bad week physically, so which means on my body, including my words, I have expressive aphasia, so that just means anything to do with communication doesn't always come out right. So I apologize in advance if my words are all messy. I can't go, there's so much traffic, but it's 70 something degrees on a Friday, and we're supposed to have snow and sleet and all that stuff on Sunday. So I need some time to take myself on a very much needed ride. At some point in the future here, I'm not going to be able to do this, so we are doing that today. I wore a sling on my right arm all morning long so that I could rest it, so that I could do a drive, hopefully without a lot of pain and stuff. Okay. I already said this is going to be a bumpy ride. Oh, come on. Well, the camera doesn't want to work for me, so it's a bumpy ride. Hi, Bootek. Oh, it's rotator cuff issues. And I had left rotator cuff surgery a few years ago, and my right one was acting up the same but not as bad, and it's decided that along with all the other issues and upcoming knee replacement surgery, that it was in on the act. So I'm just waiting for my ortho doctor to call so we can re-x-ray and see where it's at. Hopefully I don't have to have this surgery before knee surgery, and I can wait to have this one, but thank you. I need it to be not act up so much until I recover from knee surgery. No, this is not Canada. This is the foothills of Kansas, and I'm just taking a dirt road to get to where I usually go, just to be different. So the camera's going to be sliding all over the place because it just is. But since it's a nice day, I just need it out. So the foothills of Kansas is not flat. Kansas is not on flat. We have hills, and so I try to show that when I can get out. Otherwise, you just see a bunch of squirrels from our house, which I'll get later because they're probably wondering where I'm at. I haven't done treats today. sometimes, you know, you just have to weigh the mental and the physical and do what is best for whatever that day. And right now I need to clear my head and do hi Teresa. But sometimes I just need to do what is good for me mentally and clear my brain, even though physically later I pay for it. So, but that's you gotta figure out if you have multiple chronic illnesses, then you all know what I'm talking about. Sometimes you just got to figure out what is good for the day, that for that moment. And it's a really beautiful day. I can smell the smoke from yesterday. Because it is burning season for it's just for a short few weeks during the spring. It's good for the pastures and the fields and the prairie and all of that, to get rid of all the stuff so that there's less of uncontrolled birds. Here we have an old school and church right here. There's no one behind me. It's not very clear, but some other day when I'll get out, we'll look at that. But today, that requires another person with me. This is one of the roads that before my knee surgery I like to travel. It's not very long, but there's not very much water. I'm not gonna get out here again. I want another person with me. So how many of you saw my live on Wednesday where I fell out of a chair? I know I'm a fall risk, but out of a chair. Just kept that live going. I figured it'd be entertaining. When I showed my physical therapist yesterday, she thought it was funny. So, okay, it looks like they just re-graveled this, so it's going to be a really bumpy ride. So I'm going to hold the camera up here. I landed on my right side, and you know, and that's all the side. That's the side with all the issues right now. So no, it was just funny because as I was falling, I was looking at my camera thinking, do I turn the live off or not, or do I just keep going? And it's like, I'll just keep going. I did ask my grandson if when he's got time, if he could take me out to different parts of the lake. It's a busy season for him now. He's on the junior rowing crew. He's a rower. And so, you know what? There's no one here at the moment, so let me take the camera out for a second. Oh, sorry. So, see, it was burned over here recently, but you can see the grass coming in green, and that's why they burn, so everything can start growing fresh and green and new again. That's what spring, God, Easter, all of that is about. And here, see, we have hills, but that's why they burn. And it's controlled. They really try to make sure there's no wind at all, because you know, a spark can do a whole lot of damage, and they're trying to get rid of those. But when it's a windy day, then they put out burn warnings, and you are not allowed to burn. You just... Here we have a do not enter with flooded. We haven't had enough rain in years to even worry about that right now. I have both windows down because it's nice. Only one car at a time. I don't see anything coming, so I can stop her. Look, this is a creek. There's no water in it, so yeah, I don't think we're having any flooding anytime soon. Other side. If I could actually walk, I would like to get out and walk around that. There's probably fossils and all kinds of cool stuff. Shells. But here we have a very old cemetery, Cedar Creek Cemetery. So I don't know if it's just for the families that live out here, because the families are going to be generations of families. Sometimes well, okay, when I say pre-surgery, I'm talking pre-Halloween 2023 when I had my knee surgery. I would like to just come out here and sit and listen to the birds and stuff. I'm surprised there's not been any cars, but you can see it's been freshly I can't take it more. We'll be up at the highway in a couple minutes, which is really neat. It smells really dog bags. And we got rubbing alcohol to make them so they're, what do we have up here? Nothing. And then just a few other things, and then a grocery pickup. And then I was given an ice cooler for all my various limbs yesterday. And we went to Sonic and got Sonic ice for that. And I tried it out. And it's really, really nice. So I'm very, very thankful for that. Sometimes there's things that you need and you can't afford, and God knows that you need them, and He just supplies them. And that's what happened yesterday. So, with the ice cooler, I won't have to stress about having ice packs as much as I was. And we're going to have to sit here for a while. I have to remind myself, it's a really nice Friday afternoon. People are going to be out. Alright, let's go to the lake. We're just taking a long way around. To the lake or leave the lake. When I have someone else driving, I'll go right to our right because I really want to show you guys that. But I need someone else with me for that. I don't remember if there's cell service. There should be. There's a lot of houses up there. But that's someplace my grandson can do. Let's do this for a second. We can continue this back down. Here's a lake from the other side. This is where my grandson and granddaughters practice rowing is down there. Just up over the hill, on the hill, is the building with whatever it is they row with. What, canoes, right? Whatever they are. But this is where they practice. So let's go down to the river pond area. And if you're watching for the first time, please do all the YouTube things. But if you want to Google Tuttle, Tuttle Creek, Kansas, you can find where I go. It's below the dam. Looks like they re-rocked the dam. So it's a mile-long dam. And there's out there in the middle of the lake are former little towns from before they built the dam. They built it, I think, in the 60s, late 50s, 60s. I don't know, we weren't here. But I know a lot of people whose, like, grandparents, parents, ancestors had farmland, houses, little towns, all of that. But they had to put in a dam because in 51, like, the whole town flooded. You can see the flood marks on the building downtown. I'll save that for another time. Oh, okay. Okay, over there. I don't know if we'll see anything, but I hope all my little creatures out here cooperate with me today. I don't normally do a whatever day of the week it is, Friday, drive out here because there's people. And it's a nice Friday. High 710. It's a nice Friday. Oh, that's so sad. Somebody hit a squirrel, and there's another squirrel sitting there, just sitting there staring at his little buddy. That is so sad. It's a really nice day today. There's no wind, 7:10, so we're supposed to have snow and sleet and, you know, all that winter on Sundays, so get out here. There'll be more people than I check out my spots. This weekend, after this drive, it'll just be a rest weekend, crochet on the stuff I need to get done. Try to do some crafty stuff. I want my room all decorated for spring, summer, as much as possible before the end of March, because I have April will be so full with all the pre-op appointments. Everybody that's got multiple chronic illnesses, you know that if you're going to have surgery, you gotta be sure all your various specialists all give you clearance for that. So that's what April is. Plus I have 5 standing appointments weekly anyway. But not today. I canceled OT because I couldn't do any more with appointments this week. And OT is fine. I made myself little OT kits. Plus I do crafts, so I'm working on this small. Okay, I can see. Yep, you can see. There's some geese out here. No ice. I think the ice is all gone. Let me turn the car around. Because he and there's, not sure why he's by himself. Oh, because he's not. He's going after his little friend. Let me turn around and get it. And they're using the ramp. How cute. Let me turn around so I can get them, because that'll make a good screenshot later, so. Alright, let's get out and pull over and watch these skis. I don't see a heron over there. Okay, I'm not gonna get out of the car here. Whoops, let's focus like you. There's the glare is on the camera for me, so I'm hoping. There. But there's the geese that were walking down the ramp. And there's their little friends, family members over there. Yeah, I know you can see them. I just can't see very well, so I just kind of point and hope that. But I like the sun shining on the water. And I'm looking to see if there's a heron over there. I don't see one. Why are they parting ways? Alright, well, let's go over. Okay. Let's go check the creek out. The geese remind me, that's how I started. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta point the camera in the right direction and hope gets what you're wanting. And it's a surprise later when you look and see what you got. So pretty. But the geese last May is how I started doing when I found out I had a YouTube channel. Getting the baby geese, and that was how many hundreds of videos ago. Out riding their bikes. Really hope they filled up some potholes before the season really gets underway, but it doesn't really look like it. I'll get out up here. I have my quad with me, so I'm not going to go very far. Up slowly in case there's a heron. There's just Wasn't really much ice out here this year. You can hear the creek. Okay. I'll put this up here. Hold up. Let me grab this up here. Okay. Let's get out and walk for a moment. It's really nice. There's the geese. I don't know. I can't really see, but there they are. I can't really see anything through the camera. But see how shiny it is? It's so pretty. What do we have up here? Wait. Come back. Anyway. Hi, Russell. What's a lot to take in? There's the creek. I really like the sound. Not gonna stay here long. Let's go. Let's keep going. Back in the car. It's actually warm out here. I don't think I need my jacket. It's noisy. Russell, this is a weekly drive that I do out here. Alright, let's go to the other side. Looks like they were at the beach. Were they actually in the water? The water can't be that warm. Okay, I can't see where I'm looking at. wasn't it just last weekend they did the polar plunge out here? It won't be long and these trees will be filled with their leaves. The sun feels so good. I'm sure they'll be alive later with the squirrels if they're cooperate. I haven't uploaded the videos from this morning. The cardinals were out, 2 couples, but I only got 3 out of the 4 birds. The blue jays were out. I heard the woodpecker, but I wasn't able to get him, but I got those last night. So I'm hoping after I feed them today that they'll all be out so I can get some good. I know I'm doing a lot of videos right now, but I think I'm making them ahead of time for when I won't be able to get out for a while and do it. I guess I can save those videos, right? I'll figure it out though. last week there was still some ice on the water, but we've actually had a really mild winter. So I didn't get all the winter pics that I usually get. I'm not gonna pull over and park there. Oops, there's another goose couple. Let's see if there's any herons over here. I keep forgetting I got tripods last week and I need to. Okay, so over here. Alright. Where are they on the camera? There's some red little berry things on the tree, and so for anyone who watched my video where I actually do have the camera turned around, you'll know what that means to me. All the little red up in the trees, you'll know what it means. So I'm not going to tell you, you have to watch the video I did on the 18th. So for all those you gotta turn the camera around people, I did. Shiny over there. There's some eagles up there. So April 1st, the road opened so I can get over there on the other side. They close it down from like November 1st to April 1st. We got somebody out on the water, taking advantage of the nice day. Look at that, that's so pretty. Okay, let me put the camera back. I was gonna say I would be out here every day if I could, and I used to be out here several times a week back when all the health issues weren't so bad. So I'm just thankful for when I'm able to get out. When I get back, I'll probably go ahead and feed my little mini zoo and hang out outside for a while, soaking up some vitamin D and seeing if any of them cooperate to do a live or video. Yeah, it's a lot of it is about accepting, you know. I've done a lot of that in the last year, learning how to accept what I can do and what I can't, and that it's okay if I have days where I'm just not able to do a thing. And you know, watching your videos and everything, that just reminds me of that all the time. that there are so many people on here that get it and understand, and so I think that's what has helped me being on YouTube in the last almost a year. You do what you can when you can, and that's the way it goes. And it's really hard for people like me. To slow down. Okay, we're gonna. Oh, please don't go away. Please don't go away. I'm talking to all. Let me drive really slow. Hold the camera. And I don't know if I don't think it's picking it up right now. Right in the middle of the camera are all the turtles. So there's turtles on there. So we're gonna see if maybe they don't hear the car. Please don't all jump in the water. Because there's 1, 2, 1. Okay, this is what turtles. 1, 2, 3, 5, maybe 6. Please don't jump in the water. I want you all. It's hard to get them. 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a big one over there. They're still there. Can you see? This is so great. Thank you, turtles, for staying there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Up. 8. But hey, I got you guys. So there. So at least 9. I did get you guys on video, so I won this round. And you're still on the video. Oh, well, here they are. And so you know how hard this is. I know to have the windows down, the camera ready. Oh, you can see them little floating in their heads up there. Yeah, it's really, it's always, I'm very thankful when I can get them, but yeah, so you get this and understand it. Oh, there's some right there. Can you see those ones? There, they were hiding from me. So, there they are. Ooh, so I can see their little heads up in the water, but there's those two. Great. Usually herons over here, but not at the moment. But turtles, I always feel like it's a good day when I can get them. That's a rare thing. There is a trail where I discovered that when my aid last year, we were able to get out a little bit on it and found a place where there's a lot more turtles. But I have to have my rollator and a person and to do that, so. And I did get this. I got pictures, I think. I don't know if I have a video. can relate to that. That's hard. That's why this lake is so big, and I have so many places that I would like to go. And but this is only like 5 minutes from the house, and there's cell signal, so the reflection's really pretty. And I know that I've said this before, but I really do appreciate the Bible reading on your other channel. I'd rather hear a real person than a computer read it. So I really appreciate that. Here we have the beaver pond. Yep, and you gotta obey that. This is a place I definitely cannot get out by myself, even with any type of mobility device, because this is where the beavers live and have their homes, which, like, there's a hole right there. And cane, quad, anything just goes right in those holes, and well, then you just have a problem. So, okay, let me go up here a little bit more, just in case there's ducks or the rare beaver. I do have beaver in my earlier videos. See any ducks out there? What did I just see over here? Alright, let's put the camera back. Thank you for going on this ride, and okay, yeah, I'm about done. But thanks for being on. I'm just gonna go over to the tubes and see if there's any eagles or fishermen that I know, and then I am done, because the fatigue kicked in a long time ago. So I'll need to rest for a while before I feed the squirrels and try to get them. Oh, there's ducks out there. Are they? They're checking tags today. Nope, they're not. Okay. But okay. Alright. Let's go finish out this ride. You are not supposed to do that. Guess they're in a hurry. but we have seagulls. Oh, we have pelicans. So let me see if that's what they're up here watching. Or are we just seagulls? Can't tell. What are we watching? Are the seagulls just in the water today? I guess they're just hanging out in the water. These are the flying around everywhere. Let's watch the seagulls for a moment. Where are they? Here. Well, now they're flying up there. We don't even have very many of those. Scoot up a little bit. It's actually funny watching them fly against the wind. Oops. You can hear them. I think the birds every time I hear seagulls. Did he just catch something and I missed it? There. Is it trying to catch a fish? Spin this back in here. It's pretty sky. Let's go finish out the ride. Oh, seriously? No eagles. Sometimes there's herons that are hiding out over here. this actually will end up in the Kansas River and then the Missouri River, then the Mississippi. Back over here again. So, a creek down there for another day. Let me pull in for a second. Thanks for watching the live. Do all the YouTube things. Why is it blurry? Anyway. I might be back on later, watching my school crew if they're out. But thanks for watching.